Hello, my name is Tammy Pozerycki, and I'm the host of Mental Health Wellness, A Journey of Healing. And my hope is to bring you as many resources in our community as possible. And just to let you know, May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month. So I think I picked one of the best organizations to interview, and I hope you find this information helpful. So I'd like to welcome Lisa and Kailey to the show. Thank you both for being here.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
And I'm going to start with you, Lisa, if you wouldn't mind, just so that the audience will know your name, your position, and where are you from?
Certainly. So I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the invitation. My name is Lisa Brennan. I'm the Executive Director for Genesis Club in Worcester. We are one of about 320 clubhouses around the world. It is a community of people working together to help people overcome a serious mental illness and reintegrate back into the community and reclaim their lives.
Nice. And Kailey, tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
My name is Kailey, and I have been a member of Genesis Club for about a year and a half. I work in the membership unit at Genesis, and I take in referrals, answer phone calls, make outreach calls, greet people, get them acclimated, give tours. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff down at the club.
I think it's wonderful that you are a member.
Yes.
And you are welcoming people, and you can sort of give firsthand experience of what your journey has been with the Genesis Club.
Yeah.
So what is the Genesis Club? What do you do there?
So at the Genesis Club, if you were to walk in the door, you would see a vibrant, busy workplace. What we do there is we organize our work so that members and staff together operate the clubhouse. So when Kailey's talking about doing tours and answering the phone, she's actually part of a work unit. And that is actually a concept that's at the center of our model of rehabilitative recovery for people with significant mental health challenges. And that is, people get involved in the work, and through that process, they begin to develop and rediscover their self-confidence, their new skills, and the ability to think about getting back into the workforce or going back to school or reuniting with family. So it's that process of working together to run the clubhouse that is actually very central to the model of recovery.
What I found wonderful, I went and I had a tour from a member. My eyes were just like, wow, it has so much to offer. And what I thought was really nice was seeing members doing the work. So what are the different things that a member can expect to gain other than what we know as the self-confidence and the skill building? What else can they get from Genesis Club?
Well, and you can supplement my answer, Kailey, because you've connected with the club in so many different ways. But if a person comes into Genesis Club, everyone's in a different place on their journey. Some people may need help with housing, some people may need help finding a job, some people may need help re-enrolling in school, some people may just need to get out of their house and break the isolation. And so depending on what they need, the beauty of the clubhouse is that you can find that, whatever it is. For instance, a lot of people come in having lost a job. And so we have a work unit called Career Development where we help people research what job opportunities are available. We help people discover and identify what their interests are. And then we help them connect with those jobs. We have 75 or more really wonderful employer partners around the city of Worcester.
Wow.
So that if somebody's looking for a job and they happen to have experience in retail, we have a retail partner that we can guide them to and help them through the process of re-entering the workforce. So that's just one example.
Kailey,
Yes.
can you tell us a little bit about what your experience has been over the year and how it has positively impacted your life?
Absolutely. Before I came to the clubhouse, I was homeless. I was living in hotels, and I knew no one in the Worcester area at all. I have complex PTSD, and I suffer pretty badly from it, especially when I'm not social. And I'm a very social person. I thrive from it. So being in isolation, plus it was COVID on top of, not knowing anyone in general out here. So my father called me up, and he had found on the NAMI website that there was something called a clubhouse for mentally ill people, and I was like, no, thank you. But it doesn't. I was not interested. But he was like, no, it's not a doctor situation. It's not. It's not a hospital situation. It's not.
It's not
clinical.
institutional.
No, it's not clinical in any sort of way. They're not checking your meds. They're not changing doses. They're not treating you like you're, different than them. Just come take a tour with me. And so I took the tour, and I saw the difference, and I saw that I could do well there. I saw, exactly what you saw, the members working together. And I also am physically disabled, and I wasn't able to work for 10 years, and because I couldn't commit to the going back to work. So the little bits of the physical work has made me stronger as well. But just getting out of the house every day, I go every day to Genesis Club besides the weekends, but I go Monday through Friday, and I have a ride pick me up, and a medical ride pick me up and drop me back off for free, and I'm there every day. Yeah.
They are so lucky
Yeah.
to have
We
you.
are so lucky to have her.
Well, I'm lucky to have them because it's changed everything. It's changed the way my kids, lives are. It's changed everything. I'm getting back to like the mom I was like when I was working even.
Nice.
So yeah.
I just want to educate the audience. PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder. And then NAMI will give you that information. National
Alliance for the Mentally
Ill.
Yeah.
National Alliance for the Mentally Ill. There's all these acronyms
Yeah,
in mental
it's acronyms,
health, and when you say those acronyms, people are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make that clear. And what a lovely story. What a very uplifting story.
Yeah.
And that others can identify with.
And with the club, I didn't add, with the club's help, I got housing, the supports I needed to receive housing and stuff like that. Like I really needed help making phone calls. I have a lot of anxiety around that. They sat right next to me, made phone calls daily with me, not for me, but with me, they're just partners with me, so.
I love what you bring up, Kailey. Two things that are so important for people to know, and that is, this is not, when you walk through the door at Genesis Club, we don't look at your diagnosis. We don't care what is written on that paper. We care what you want to do with the rest of your life.
Right.
We call it a very big door in and very low barrier. You don't have to fill out a lot of paperwork. You come and tell us, if you tell us you have a mental health diagnosis, that's enough for us. Come on, it's a community. It is not a clinical setting. And I think that is what makes this model, this place so different, is that we intentionally meet there every day to support people moving out of their crisis. And it's very, very different. And you're right, it does have a very uplifting feel to it when you walk in the door.
It does.
People say, I just didn't have any idea what happened in this building. But there is something, I hate to say the word magical, but there is something when you walk in, you're like, oh, okay, I can feel a difference. No matter how isolated you've been, no matter how much you've struggled, when you walk in, you know that somebody there has been right where you are. So it's very, very affirming in that way.
Yep.
So when people come, they spend an hour, or do they spend the day, or do they have food there?
That's a great question. So we talk about membership being driven by the member. So the member, there's no required times that you have to stay. There's no required schedules. Members come as they want to, as they need to, and as they desire. We offer and cook. We're really quite proud of our lunch program. We have a vegetable garden in the community, and we grow a lot of our vegetables during the summer. We have a fresh salad bar every day, and we cook a fresh lunch, 1 or 2 options every single day. You can buy your lunch for $1.50, and it is the best deal in town.
Yeah, it really is.
And there's also a snack shop upstairs that if you want to get a cup of coffee during the day, or just take a break from your work unit and go outside and have a cup of coffee, we have that option as well. So people can come and use the center as they want to, as they would if they were at home. Take a break, get involved. And if, there may be people who come in during the morning and are very, very involved, and then need to take a break and kind of take a rest, and they'll get a cup of coffee, go out for a little walk. We have a beautiful little garden in front of our building that people can just kind of take a little downtime. So you'll see people moving around the building in different ways.
Yeah.
So is there a membership fee, or how is this paid for?
Another great question. That's a big part of my job, is making sure that our doors can be open for anyone who needs or wants to be a member. Membership is free for members. There is no fee at all. There is only the request that you become part of the community and are a respectful and accountable person, just like anyone else would be. We do ask that if you want to be involved, we kind of challenge you to get involved, get a little bit beyond your comfort zone, to do things that you might not necessarily feel comfortable doing. But it's all driven by member choice. That's really at the heart of our model as well, is member choice. You use that place the way that you're going to feel most comfortable moving through your recovery.
That is so wonderful. I mean, as a resource, I feel like everybody who is dealing with a mental health crisis or an illness that they have to manage, they need to know about you. And at the very least, go for a tour.
Right.
I mean, because what harm is that?
It's not gonna hurt anything.
Just meet some people. And I think we all have learned our lesson during COVID, that isolation kills people. And we need to really encourage socialization. People, human nature, right? Human nature means connection. So now, you mentioned there are over 300 clubs worldwide, but I heard that you are the model. Tell us more about that.
Well, we're very proud of the fact that there are 12 training centers around the world for this model of rehabilitative recovery. We happen to be one of them. And I know we're very fortunate to have that designation. So if a community is thinking about opening a clubhouse, and I love your idea, which is exactly right, everybody should have a clubhouse accessible to them in their community. We think of clubhouses like the local library. Everybody should be able to walk in, find the resources they need, and come in and out and borrow things as they need to have the support that they need as they recover. But so for those folks who are looking to open a clubhouse, we're available for training. for people who have already opened a clubhouse and for staff and members who are looking to strengthen their programming, they come to us for a 2-week comprehensive training, and we are a training center for them. So we constantly in our community have visiting colleagues. We have visitors coming on Monday for 2 weeks. They come from all over the world to really immerse themselves in our community and in our work units to learn how we make the work accessible, how we work side by side, how we create a sense of welcome and belonging, all of those core principles. So we are one of the 12 training bases, and we're quite proud to be that.
How exciting
It
is
is
that?
exciting, yeah.
Are there any others in Massachusetts, or is it just Worcester?
Well, we are the only training center in Massachusetts, but there are about, it's hard to say how many because some are in the process of opening, but around 30 clubhouses in Massachusetts. There are clubhouses that are accredited and non-accredited, and part of what we believe strongly is that when you are an accredited clubhouse, which means you operate in compliance and in fulfillment, and sometimes in excess of 37 standards of operation from Clubhouse International, that members have a better experience and have better outcomes. And so we quite strongly feel that if you're going to operate as a clubhouse, that you should be an accredited clubhouse. It just means better experiences for members.
That is wonderful. So Kailey, what would you say to someone who was in your position, isolated, has mental health issues? What would you say to encourage them to at least come for a tour?
Okay, I would say, first off, you don't have to come alone. Bring someone that's familiar, that you feel comfortable with. They can tour with you. That's how I did it. That's what I needed to get through the doors. Check us out on the website first. It'll make you feel comfortable. Call us, get some information first. But it could change your life. It changed mine, and it's changed.
I just got goosebumps.
It changed. It could change your life. And or it could be 15 minutes of your life that, doesn't really matter. So, what is it? It's just a chance. Take it.
That was awesome. Thank you, Kailey.
You have nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
That's how I
You have a
feel.
whole community to gain.
Right, and especially for someone like where I was in a spot where I had tried so many things. You've tried all these different med changes, all these different things, all these different doctors are all telling you all these different things. This is something I had never tried. Is a social clubhouse, you know what I mean? So
I am very big on social model entities. I used to own and operate a day program for people living with dementia.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Strictly social, non-medical.
Yes.
So Westborough Behavioral Healthcare Hospital offers hospitalization options. So we have outpatient programs that help people who are dealing with depression, PTSD, anxiety, stress disorders, bipolar, you name it. And we're insurance-based. So, and we're non-medical in the sense that we're not like a regular acute care hospital, but behavioral health offers the psychotherapy, the psychoeducation, expressive arts, all the holistic modalities. And what I love about what we do is that we provide the individual with the resources.
Right.
So we try to have this warm handoff to a place like yours.
Right.
So that person can continue their journey to feeling well.
Right.
Feeling well, and also purposeful. And that's what I
Critical.
love about the Genesis Club. that you've created a place where people can find a purpose.
Yep,
Look at your
dignity,
purpose now.
yeah.
Wonderful.
You get your dignity back. You get your
Yes.
sense of purpose.
Yeah, and I think a lifelong journey with mental health issues means that it's about management, you know, and during the times when you're really struggling, clinically, we can help you. Non-clinically,
Right.
you can help
That's
them.
right. And that is the perfect marriage, really. And the model is designed to be responsive so that when people are doing well and they may be working full-time or part-time and, you know, feeling really everything's in balance, that's wonderful. They have us and they have you. But when things are really tough, no explanation necessary. Come on in, and you just start right back up. So it is a perfect partnership, if you will, to know that Westborough Behavioral Health can refer someone just in that transition into a community, and we're there for the duration.
What's the age range of folks at the club?
It's amazing. So we officially work with people, and people are members from 18 to 80 or beyond.
I remember coming to you folks and meeting someone. Was she 90 or?
She was 84, and I
Okay,
know
so
who you're talking
Yes.
about. And
I
she
know who you're
is
talking
our
about.
oldest member, and she comes several times a week and has lunch with us and is part of the membership unit. But yes, she is a delight, and we all love Freda very much. And you know, we have members who joined when they were 17 years old, turning 18, and are still with us. And that intergenerational dimension, I think, means the world to both the older and the younger folks. We wouldn't change that part of the model for anything. So we have all age ranges. Now, of course, we have young members who tend to connect more strongly, right? And they kind of hang out together. And so there is a nice group of young adults that is growing by the day. And we and our older folks have a special older adult committee, so they reach out to each other and have a special camaraderie. But during the work of the day, we are all working together across all ages.
Wonderful. And we share a person. She is now an intake coordinator at Westborough, and she's
Yes.
also serving on your board.
That's right.
So I was very excited. And
In fact, she made the connection
She
for us
did.
originally. Yes.
And because I had never heard of you, I didn't know you existed. And she said, you know, you might want to reach out to them and know them as a resource. And I'm so happy she did.
Yeah, me too. She's been a wonderful addition to our organization. Is just dug right in. She has spent a day with us at the clubhouse just to learn the model, and she's a very active board member and continues to help us make wonderful connections in the community. Yeah.
So, Kailey, if there's one last thing you could say to the audience, what would you say?
Just to hang in there and just keep trying things, because things get better. Things get better.
Yes. And how about you, Lisa? Anything you want our audience to know before we wrap up?
I would want folks to know that we are on 274 Lincoln Street.
yeah.
We are open 8 to 5 and open on Saturdays. Come and join us. Take a tour. You'll be warmly embraced, and you can see if this is a place for you.
And what is the phone number?
Phone number 508-831-0100.
Excellent. I want to thank you so much for coming today. It's such important work. Keep up the good work,
you.
Kailey.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
wonderful.
you for inviting us.
Thank
it's been
you
a
so
great
much.
opportunity to share a remarkable resource for people.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us on Mental Health Wellness. I'm Tammy Pozerycki, and I will see you next time.